Hey there, food allergy mama. If you've ever wondered when to start teaching your child the skills they need to manage their food allergies independently, let me tell you, you're on the right track by asking. The truth is, you can't start too soon. Kids who grew up seeing smart, safe food allergy habits in action are so much more likely to carry those habits into their teen years and beyond. That's why what you do now lays the groundwork for their future confidence, independence, and safety. Not only that, but they need those essential skills as they journey through school. Of course, when they're little, they need extra support from their teachers and parents. They're not meant to do it alone. But empowering them with good allergy habits early allows an extra level of security and confidence. So in today's episode, we're talking about 3 surprising reasons to empower your food allergy child starting right now. Stick with me because I'll share 6 easy ways to start. Whether they're still in preschool or already eyeing middle school, there are simple, practical ways to help them build the skills they need to navigate life with confidence. Let's get to it. Hey, food allergy mama. If you're here, you've likely experienced the scary and lonely food allergy diagnosis with your child. Unfortunately, food allergy parents aren't taught how to navigate the food allergy lifestyle, and it's easy to feel alone and discouraged sometimes. But I'm here to show you that food allergy life doesn't have to feel restrictive, scary, or isolated. I'm Karina, and I'm a 17-year food allergy mom and food allergy coach at Friendly Pantry Consulting. I specialize in making food allergy life safer and less worrisome for food allergy families like yours. I'm not perfect, but over 17 years, I've learned a lot the hard way, and I'm sharing the secrets and resources you won't hear anywhere else that will help you feel confident living with food allergies faster and easier than I did. From introducing allergens, travel, navigating school, and educating friends and family, this podcast will give you the essential tips and strategies you need to help your food allergy child and family thrive. Welcome to the show. Before we get into the meat of this, you're probably thinking about your food allergy child, so I want you to grab my free Food Allergy Kids Empowerment Guide. This is going to give you a list of skills to teach your child and easy, fun ways to teach them every day. You can grab it for free at friendlypantry.com/empowerment. I think all of us food allergy moms hope that our food allergy kids will outgrow their allergies. And I want you to be encouraged because it is a possibility. Or if it doesn't happen, some families even decide to take on treatments like OIT or TIP or Xolair, and it gives them a feeling of safety, which is great. I love that. But as a 17-year food allergy mom and with a daughter who can now tolerate traces of allergens because of OIT, I want you to know that it is still really important to empower your kids with the habits and tools they need to keep themselves safe. Yes, even once you can tolerate traces of allergen, you still need to be able to ask questions about ingredients and advocate for yourself. I did a whole episode about what it's like to be able to handle cross-contact or cross-contamination in an episode 42, so definitely listen to that if you're interested. But in case you're wondering, I have 3 really great and possibly surprising reasons why empowering your child is so important to start now. Let's get into it. The first reason is because you don't know how long it's going to take to outgrow the allergy or if it actually is going to happen. And you also don't know if the treatment is going to work. So there are no guarantees with treatments. Will they work for your child? Maybe they will, maybe they don't. Or maybe the treatment actually becomes overwhelming and just isn't right for your family anymore. Of course, hopefully this isn't going to be an issue and they're all going to work. But if they don't, you lose all of that time while you're waiting. In some cases, it might be years of treatment or waiting to outgrow. All the while, you could be using that time to create an empowered child who feels confident managing their allergies. Number 2 is that they are going to build safe habits that stick. So kids who grow up learning how to read labels, ask about ingredients, and carrying their epinephrine are more likely to make those habits automatic as they get older. The earlier they start, the more second nature it becomes. And 3, it reduces fear and anxiety. So when kids understand their allergies and they feel confident managing them, they're less likely to feel scared in new environments and situations. So instead of avoiding experiences out of fear, they're going to learn how to navigate them safely. And knowing your child is prepared, it makes a world of difference for your stress and your mental health too. Remember, it can seem easy to hide in that bubble that you create where you keep your child safe from food allergies. But the time comes sooner than you think when your child will become more independent. You don't want to hold them back. It's never too early to start empowering them with the knowledge they need to be strong advocates for themselves. Now that you know why this is important, let's get to some essential ways that you can empower your child. And this is going to be an overview, but I have a full list in my free empowerment guide, which you can find at friendlypantry.com/empowerment. The first one is to explain what you're doing to keep your child safe and why. So if you are the one always keeping your child safe and you're never letting them in on what you're doing, they are not going to understand the responsibility of it. They're not going to be used to it when it's their turn. For example, when you read labels, instead of just reading the label and doing it all, explain to your child what you're doing and help them to understand why. So I'm going to make sure this food is safe by reading the label to make sure that your allergens are not in it. You can even show them the list as you do it, and as they become better readers, they're going to start to learn the words that they're looking for. Another example would be talking through things as you're grocery shopping. So you can say, I'm reading this label to see if it's safe for you. If it's not, we are going to find something else to buy. The cool thing is that as you teach your child, you're going to find that they're going to become such an amazing little helper, and you're going to be able to transfer that responsibility to them so much easier when the time comes. The second way to empower your child is to carry your epinephrine everywhere. So make a point of bringing that epinephrine with you wherever you go. Show your child that you're bringing it and start to hype the fact that when they're bigger, they're going to get to carry it themselves. By making it exciting and special now, it will help them to be more eager to carry it later. For example, you could say, I'm so lucky I get to carry this epinephrine. Once you're bigger, you're going to get to carry it too. Isn't that exciting? This positive reinforcement is so valuable as they grow. Now, we've always had a rule of thumb that says no epinephrine, no eating, and it has not always been easy to follow. I remember this one time when we were going to a family member's to have dinner, and we knew this family member was good about cooking for my daughter, and we didn't feel nervous about it, yet we wanted to ensure that we followed through with what we said. So in this case, we only remembered that we didn't have the epi after we had already traveled halfway there. By going back to get it, we were going to add at least 30 minutes onto our already long drive. But it's exactly in these times when it doesn't seem easy that it shows our kids how important it is. It's when we follow through like this that we are going to imprint into our kids' minds and show them that they need to do the hard things. They need to do what's right, even if their friends are maybe pressuring them not to, or they feel like it's too much work. Now, I am not perfect at this, and nobody is, but I hope that this story encourages you to do the hard and right thing when this comes up. Remember how important it is to make a point of it and show your kids that it's important, and follow through so that they are going to make more of an effort themselves as they get older. The third thing to help them empower your child is to have them explain their food allergies to others. So let your child tell others about their allergies as much as possible from as young as possible. Now, some kids are pretty shy, and my kids were, so this didn't come easily for them. But if you can gently encourage them as much as possible and start with people they know and are comfortable with and go from there, it will help. As they get older, they are going to become more confident because, as I say, practice makes perfect. Tip number 4 is to make epinephrine a normal, positive part of their life. So we're going to talk about epinephrine again. I know we did in number 2 already, but one of the biggest ways to empower your child is by talking about their epinephrine in a way that makes them feel safe instead of scared. The goal is to help them to see it as a helpful tool, not a scary last resort. So a great way to do this is to practice often and let them use the trainer on their stuffed animals, dolls, or even on you if they like role playing. When they see it in action and get hands-on experience, it becomes less intimidating and more of a, this is just what we do kind of thing. But here's the key. The way you talk about it matters. Keep it positive and focused on how it helps them feel better if they ever need it. For example, instead of saying, you have to carry this in case you have a reaction, you could say, this is your special medicine that helps your body feel better super fast if you accidentally eat your allergen. And when they ask, this is definitely probably going to come, does it hurt? Be honest, but be reassuring. Some of the things that we would answer would be, it will feel uncomfortable, it might feel like a pinch, but it is not going to last forever. The best part is that once you get the shot, you are going to notice the reaction stopping and you're going to feel so much better. You could even show them how long it will last by counting to 3, which is, I think, what our epinephrine now says. It used to be 10, but you could count to 3 and show them how long that is. It's all about familiarity and positivity. The more they hear about it in a calm, matter-of-fact way, the less fear they'll have if they ever need to use it. And that confidence, that's what we're building toward. Number 5 is to put a medical bracelet on them with their food allergies listed. This is especially important if you're going to leave your child at daycare or day camp or summer camps. The medical allergic bracelet or medical alert bracelet is what emergency personnel look for to help them understand what's going on with the patient. The sooner you can get them wearing one of these, the better. In the beginning, it might be one of those like plastic versions that can get wet. Then as they get older, you can get different styles depending on their age and lifestyle. Once your child has a phone, you can actually put their allergies and epinephrine information into the medical ID part of their phone. This way, emergency services will be able to access the information from there. But in the meantime, there needs to be a good way to communicate this to people. I have a link for our favorite bracelets that I will share in the show notes in case you're looking for a good one. Tip number 6 is to wash hands before eating. And I love this one because guess what? It helps keep the family healthy too. The best way to remove allergens is by washing hands thoroughly using soap and warm water. That said, if you can't wash your hands, the next best option is to wipe hands with a wipe. But remember, hand sanitizer does not work for allergens. When you use hand sanitizer, it kind of smears things around. It's the actual physical action of wiping and washing that removes allergens. So the best bet, again, is hand washing. The next best is using a wipe. And actually, my daughter and everyone in my family, except I think my hubby, who relies on us to do it, carries a pack of those little hand wipes in their purse, and we use it every time before eating. And I find that it helps so much to reduce, of course, allergens, but also the family getting sick. We kind of wipe all those germs away before we eat. So the quicker the kids get into this habit, the better, because it's also useful at school. I hope these ideas help you get started on a road to empowering your child and making them be the best advocate that they can be for themselves. Parenting is hard. It's a rocky road, but we can do this. Getting our kids into the swing of healthy food allergy habits now will only help them and us as they get older. Again, grab my free guide at friendlypantry.com/empowerment and let me know, was this episode helpful? Send me a message on Instagram at friendlypantry. I love hearing from you. Thanks for listening and bye for now. Before you go, Mama, if you love this episode and want deeper support, head over to friendlypantry.com to see how we can partner together to keep your food allergy child safer and worry less. There's no need for wasting time searching all over Instagram, TikTok, and the web to get the practical knowledge you need for your family. While you're there, grab your free Food Allergy Kids Empowerment Guide or the newly diagnosed checklist today. Topics are not medical advice and are the opinions, views, and property of Friendly Pantry Consulting Incorporated. All rights reserved. Always contact your board-certified allergist immunologist for health advice.